Okay, so hello, jewelry making. Today I'm here with my husband Holden, and we're going to show you how to make some marbleized paper. Because the next unit, I guess we're going to start since we're at home, is going to be a paper unit. Because I'm hoping everyone at least has some paper, because you probably don't have jewelry supplies. We're going to make some fun paper. We're going to make marbleized paper. So if you happen to have some shaving cream at your house, you can do a really fun project. So you need shaving cream, you need a spatula, and you need food coloring. If you don't have food coloring, but you happen to have liquid watercolors, that would be even better. So what we're going to do is, I think you and me, we should just have our own, so we can do our own separate thing. Oh, it's really liquidy. We just want to have enough shaving cream to be like slightly larger than the paper we're using, and we're just using note cards because that's what I have. Okay, so it's gonna smell a lot, so I hope that's okay with you. That looks great. You can do a little more. And this is your shaving cream, so I hope that's okay.
That's okay. It's from the dollar store.
Okay. Okay, then this is what the spatula is for. You're gonna spread it out into an even layer. You don't want it to be too thin. Beautiful. It looks like whipped cream. Okay. That looks good.
Not good enough.
It was good. Okay, so my last video, Holden wasn't here because he was still working, but this is his second day off. So now I'm not home by myself. Don't eat the shaving cream. Okay, so now we're going to use little food colorings. You have your own, so we don't have to share. But you do have a red, and I don't. Okay, and then you're going to pick the colors that you want to use, and you're just going to make a few drops. I feel like, oh gosh, that was big. I feel like it's okay to use all the colors if you want. We'll just have to be careful when we mix them. I'm doing some blue right now. You are too. Aw. Okay, you're gonna do yours.
I don't know what I'm doing at all, but
that's okay. You're just following along. You can make yours different than mine. It's good if you do. Crispy. I'm a little bit nervous about mine. It's okay to narrate what you're doing too if you want. That's what they teach you in art teacher schools. You can over narrate what you're doing so people are not confused. I don't want to ruin it, but this is kind of what mine looks like. You like yours?
That's what's happening.
Okay, and then we can either use forks or we can use these like little wooden skewers. I'm gonna use a fork. And what you're gonna do is gently, this is very important, you're gonna drag your fork through your colors and you're trying to make like some cool designs. I'm starting by just doing it vertical. Oh, I'm kind of regretting my color choices maybe. I don't like this yellow, but we're in too deep. Are you happy with yours?
Nope.
Yours is like America plus green. This is what mine looks like right now. It's gonna be cool. Okay,
I might have messed up.
Oh, you didn't follow directions. You kept going. That's okay. What I would recommend is to go then like horizontal, but you already did it, so it's fine. You're like that one kid in the classroom who doesn't follow the directions. So this is like a real classroom. That's okay. You're just doing your own thing. Keep going, because that's what your paper is going to look like otherwise. So keep going. It's going to be cool. You want this. I use it to clean it off. Okay, we can talk about the different kinds of paper you could use. You could use, like, I'm using note cards, but if you had printer paper at home, you could use that. It's a little thin, but I've done it before and it works. You could use the backside of an envelope, like you could look through your recycle and find your junk mail. You could do it on colored paper, that looks really nice. If you have an old textbook and you're like, I don't go to school anymore, just kidding, don't use a textbook, but you could. Can you think of any other types of paper that people might have at their house? No.
Nope.
I got them all. I'm a very thorough teacher. Okay, this is kind of what I have. It's like some cool marbleized designs. You could keep going with it, but I always just worry like my too much gene, my Aries gene will come through and I'll ruin it. So sometimes I have to just stop myself. I like what you have going. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit because I'm a professional. I'm going to take this note card. I'm going to use the blank side. I'm going to put the blank side down on my thing. I'm trying to see what looks the coolest. I'm going to go like this. You might get messy during this, but that's part of the art making process, isn't it? And then you're just gently going to massage it because you want to make contact. Massage, massage, massage. And usually you know it's done when you start to see the colors through the note card. That's when you kind of can tell it's done. It'll probably take 30, 40 seconds. I can see it on yours. That looks good. Ooh.
Not bad.
Okay. Do you feel like mine's done?
I think so.
Okay, now you're going to carefully lift it up. And it's going to look kind of weird. And then just put it on the side of your tray where there's nothing. It's going to look good. It's going to look good. Although you did put yours lying side down. That's okay. Sometimes it's good to do like the example of what not to do. So that's good for people to see. Oh. I didn't really think this through. I guess we can use this to scrape it off. Okay, so I'm going to use just anything flat. You could use, honestly, the first thing that came to mind is like you could use like a credit card to like scrape it. But I'm just scraping away. Let's see if I can make you see this a little bit better. I'm scraping off the excess.
Ooh, that's
right?
Nice.
And then it's cool. Then you have this really cool piece of paper. Do you want to use this? No. Okay. I like it. It does what you want. That's all right. It's going to look great. It's going to look perfect. Nifty. This is mine this is how mine came out. It looks pretty tight. Actually, yours looks fine. You put it on
pretty good.
You put it on the lined side, but you can't really see it because there's so much happening. Yours actually is kind of cooler.
Mine got a little bit brown. I mixed it too much.
Yeah, I did a lot of colors, but that's okay. Then what I would say is like you can still get a few interesting prints from this. So let's do just like one more, Holden, and then we'll maybe mix it all together. Oh, I'm doing this on a cookie sheet. That's what you should do too, or in like a glass pan or like on a plate. Wouldn't recommend doing it directly on a table because it could dye your table because it is like food coloring. Unless you have like a craft table that you do art at, then you could certainly do it on that table. It smells pretty nice. This is fun if you have like a sibling or a friend who would do it with you, but these are quarantine times, so if you're forever alone, that's all right too. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. This is gonna be my second one. This is what it looks like right now. I'm gonna use the fork.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ah. Here's my second one. These are very fun and unique. So right now we're just making paper. Obviously this isn't jewelry yet, but maybe next week we'll look at what to do with these, or maybe we'll try another paper making process because that's kind of my favorite. So I have like this kind of crazy looking thing. My last thing I'm wondering is like, could I mix this all into like a pastel base and then use it again? I like that too. Do you want to show them yours side by side?
Yeah, I do.
Your first and second.
Oops.
This is kind of a messy thing, so hopefully you have cool parents or whatever grown-up you happen to live with. Hopefully they're chill, you know?
Yeah, I didn't do any more mixing. I just dipped it again, and it kind of had this like more smooth texture.
Yeah, which one do you like better?
I definitely like the smooth. It kind of looks like watery.
It does.
Versus, the like flames.
Yeah, I know that one does look like flames. So what I did is I just mixed all my stuff around. This is an experiment, so it might not work, but I'm gonna try to make like a design that has like a green base tone. So you could try that. Yours might turn brown.
I'm just gonna add some more whipped cream.
Oh, okay.
Whipped cream. Whoa. I guess whipped cream
I wish.
would work.
That's good. That's good. That's probably. Okay, let's see. Right now, my dog's under the table clawing me because he wants to go. You can just wait a little bit more.
I think you want some whipped cream.
No, don't give this to him. Not safe for dogs. I know I can hear you, Scooter. It's okay. Okay, last.
I think I want to use less colors.
Yeah, the less color you use, the more like white is gonna show through, which you could also think of as negative space. Negative space is space that is not occupied. So if there's no color, it's not occupied, it's empty. I can't tell which way I went. This one's actually gonna be cooler, I think.
So why do you do the like crosshatch there?
Oh, that's just like the traditional pattern of marbleizing. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. You were gonna say that yours like looked more watery. And that's really how real marbleizing was done. It's like oils and water, like it's water with oil paint on it. So it's interesting that you said that. Marbleizing is a really old art form. I think it dates back to when like monks really lived in monasteries and they were making illuminated manuscripts, which were some of the first kinds of books. This kind of paper, marbleized paper, was in like the front of their Bibles and books.
This one's gonna be good.
Cool. But the monks, they were not using shaving cream. They were using water and oil paints to do this. Ah! I didn't look at yours before. You think it's gonna be good?
Yeah, prepare to be blown away.
I will. So these papers, they don't last forever. They will, like the colors will fade out of them over time, like in a couple years, but I think it's still a fun thing to do anyways. I think if you use like ink, it'll be more permanent. It's gonna be cool. That
I
was
just
cool.
went line side down again.
That's okay.
Wow, wow.
I think it'll be alright. Try to make it so you can see. Maybe mine is ugly. We'll see. That's the fun of this, is you don't quite know what you're making is ugly until you've made it. It's not great, but it's interesting. Actually, I'm kind of down. This is kind of funky. Actually, no, this looks amazing. This is incredible.
I think this looks pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
I would recommend doing 2 colors to start.
Two colors?
3 gets all
I like what happened
brown.
at the bottom. That's really cool. Sweet. All right. I think that's probably all you guys need to know. So give this a try at your house. All you need is some shaving cream, food coloring, and then just random kitchen supplies like forks and cookie trays. All right. Bye for now.